Okay, so normally what happens is a virus, here's the virus, goes in and infects a cell. And what happens is these proteins go on the surface of the cell when this virus infects the cell. These proteins here are very important because it tells the body that this is an infected cell or that this, for instance, is a virus. And what they normally do is they will normally take the virus and they will inactivate it or kill it, and they will inject it in. And what will happen here is that these proteins will induce an antibody response in the body that allows the body to have many of these antibodies already ready to fight. So this is the normal situation up here. And the problem is it takes many months to create this type of model where you can inject these proteins into the body so that you can have these antibodies form against these proteins. What they're planning on doing, from what I'm getting from this article, is something completely different in terms of a vaccine. What they're really doing here is they're having a cell, and because they have the genome of this virus, they're able to inject, in this case, the RNA somehow into the body. And this RNA will then go into the cells, which will tell the cells to produce the antigens, which will then cause the antibodies to form against it. So in other words, instead of having the virus or the lab produce these antigens to inject into the human so that the human can make antibodies, what they're instead doing is isolating the genomic sequences themselves, having them tell your own cells to produce these antigens, and then these antigens are going to cause antibodies to be formed. And that is how they can do this much faster, because they don't have to go through all the sequences of having this be done. In other words, making this. They can have your cells make the vaccine for you and then have you self-immunize against the virus. And it seems as though this really hasn't been done before. And so according to that Wall Street Journal article, it looks as though they're going to be starting clinical trials in April. And so that would be 3 months from the time that they learn about the genome to the point where they can actually get a vaccine for human clinical trials. Now, this is a new technology, and for some people, this may sound really cool. For others, it may be, well, what are the side effects of this? What's going to happen when you're starting to put DNA or RNA instructions, messenger RNA in most cases, in this case, into your cells and tell them to make proteins that are foreign to your body to cause an immune response? It almost sounds like an autoimmune condition. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and what are the side effects of this.